And good afternoon, everybody. We are courtside at the University of Tampa as the Tampa Spartans get ready to take on the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish in men's Sunshine State Conference basketball. Hi, everyone. Jack Eichel along with Scott Lynn as we get ready for 40 minutes of men's basketball. The Sailfish of Palm Beach Atlantic come in 10-8 on the season, 4-3 in the Sunshine State Conference. The Tampa Spartans 6-6 on the year, just 2-4 in the Sunshine State Conference. So, Scott Lynn, it's a game where both teams can kind of seize the moment and see if they can move up the standings a little bit.
Yeah, the last time we saw the Spartans here on the home floor was against Barry University. That was back on December the 9th. Since then, they lost in the Hawaii tournament to Western Washington, beat Hawaii Hilo, and then on last Saturday played at Embry-Riddle and won 98-82 to get to that 6-6 record. PBA, meantime, has a 3-game winning streak. They're coming off an 80-68 win over Rollins in a game that only one starter scored in double figures. A lot of scoring off the bench in that game.
Wow, and this is a team that has 4 players averaging in double figures. Let's get you the starting lineups for today's game for the Tampa Spartans. They will be starting number 2, Duke Shelton, and he comes in. Let me find everything. He's very close to a walking double-double.
Oh, yeah.
The way
he is, in fact. 13.6 and 12.0.
As he comes in as the leader of this Spartan team, a senior on the ball club this year from Ocala, Florida, Vanguard High School. Marcel Robinson, number 11. He is from Montego Bay, Jamaica, but played at Heritage High School in Palm Bay, Florida. He is a 6'5 senior. 13, Makai Biffle in the lineup for the Spartans, a sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana, Lawrence Central High School. 21 is Anthony Gamble, and Anthony is a junior from Riverview, Florida, played at Newsom High School. And number 25, Pat Bacon, one of the top players in the conference, averaging more than 20 points a game. He also is from Indianapolis, Lawrence North High School. The Spartans are coached by Richard Schmidt. Assistant head coach is Justin Pekka. On the other side of the ball, we have the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish, and they will have Matthew Johnson, number 3 in the starting lineup. He is a 6'2 sophomore from Pembroke Pines, Florida, from Pines Charter High School. Number 4 is Lucas Morales. He is a 6'7 senior from Oakland, Florida, also played at Northern Oklahoma. Number 12 is Bakari Warthen, and he is a junior from West Palm Beach, Florida, 6'4 out of Dwyer High School. Jules Jasmine, number 23, a 6'5 freshman from Royal Palm Beach, Florida, Royal Palm High School. And number 25 is Dakota Zinzer, a 6'3 senior from Green Bay, Wisconsin, New Lutheran High School. They are coached by David Balza. Assistant coaches are Lawrence Reed, Matt Brunges, Evan Sizemore, Aaron Buck, and Junior Lexima. Tip is underway. Palm Beach Atlantic has the ball, as you can see, moving right to left. That's Bakari with the ball, guarded by Marcel Robinson. Up top, swinging it over to Matthew Johnson. Down to Morales. He's looking to go inside. Finally back up top to Johnson. Johnson swings it outside. That's Jasmine with a 3. No good. Spartans grab it, and it goes into the hands of Pat Bacon. Spartans at the moment, more than likely for the whole game, will be without the services of Nikolai Marjan. Nick has a hamstring injury, missed the last game at Embry-Riddle. That's why you see a little different starting lineup. Makai Biffle and Robinson. Oh, it doesn't go. Tipped out, but controlled by the Sailfish. That's why Biffle and Gamble have been in the lineup. A few changes by the Spartans. Freddie Ibrahim also had been starting most of the games this year, but Spartans have made a couple changes since the Christmas holiday break. Johnson kicks it out to Morales. Jump shot from the elbow. Off the rim, no good. Again, Pat Bacon pulls it down.
Should mention in the game last week against Embry-Riddle, as the Spartans get the offensive rebound,
it's okay, keep going.
That both Pat Bacon and Marcel Robinson hit the 1,000-point mark for their career. So strange that 2 guys did it in the same
game. Yes.
Congratulations
couple
to them.
Guys
that's a great accomplishment.
You know, they both score from different ways, too. Marcel will take a shot from anywhere he can for the most part and makes a lot of them. Pat Bacon gets a lot of his shots, even though he's your guard, from driving to the basket.
And free throws.
He
shoots a lot of free throws.
Matter of fact, I think he hit, 17 of 17 earlier this year? Morales fouled on the way in. This is still the holiday break for the students here on the campus of UT, so a relatively sparse crowd. but we welcome all friends and family from both schools tuning in. We're glad we get the opportunity for you to tune in on TampaSpartans.tv and the Sunshine State Digital Network. As Justin Pekka told us at halftime of the women's game, come back from the break, it's grind time because it's all Sunshine State Conference play.
Yeah, no easy ones, that's for sure.
Morales hits that one. And the second one, it's a 2-0 Palm Beach lead. They're going to put on a full court press. Get it to Biffle. Working on a trap. Quickly up to Gamble, easily across the timeline. A couple Indianapolis recruited guards in the backcourt for the Spartans. Talented guards. Gamble, nice lob into Duke Shelton. Nice hesitation, puts it up and in.
Shelton had a double-double against Embry-Riddle last game, and that's kind of a standard.
Redundant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yep, you say his name, it's a double-double.
Yeah.
Morales near steal there. That was nice D. And yes, it did lead to a turnover.
Yep. Sometimes you got to rein it in and just wait and see what happens. Early, though, 2-2. We're only 2.5 minutes into this game. Take a look at the conference standings. Barry, 6-0, 10-1 on the year, leading the conference. Whereas Palm Beach Atlantic at 4-3 sits at tie for 4th. Tampa at tie for 8th at 2-4. Another pass goes out of bounds. It will be Tampa's ball. And Barry picks up in the backcourt. Spartans are led in scoring by Pat Bacon as he's knocking down about 20 points a game. I think officially it's listed at about 21-9. Marcel Robinson at 14-8 and Duke Shelton at 13-6. Steal by Biffle, gets it to Bacon. Bacon quickly up court, doesn't have numbers, going to drive and kick it out. Nice pass into Robinson, lays it in.
We thought he was going to kick it out. Instead, he went inside.
I didn't see Robinson there. Fortunately, it doesn't matter what I saw.
Well, I don't think the Sailfish saw him either.
4-2, Tampa on top. Zinser backs in. Dakota Zinser's got to be very happy he's in Florida. He's from Green Bay. My sister lives in Green Bay. Told me it was -2 the other day with a 35-degree below zero wind chill.
Burr.
Bomb cyclone. So they didn't get the snow like Boston, New York, and other East Coast places were getting. They got the cold. We got the cold, relatively speaking.
We did. We see Grant Gullett, number 24, is checked in now, a senior from the state of Texas. He had a team-high 20 points off the bench against Rollins Wednesday.
Biffle up top. Shot clocked at 10. Robinson on the drive. Kicks it out to the corner. Bacon look. Goes inside the arc and hits it. 6-2, Tampa up. 4:10 into this game. Warthen hands the ball off. Jackson also in the lineup for Palm Beach Atlantic. That is DeAndre Jackson, a sophomore from Youngstown, Ohio. Steal, Biffle, up, off the, couldn't quite get it on the glass and overshot the rim.
You mentioned Jackson. He's their leading scorer at 13 a game.
Came off the bench. Zinser finds a way to get that one up and over and knocks it home, 6-4. PBA looking for some backcourt pressure off every made basket, and there's a foul on a reach by Warthen. And we have reached the first under 16 timeout with Tampa on top 6-4, 15:06 to go in the first half. Tampa 6 and Palm Beach Atlantic 4 on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
We have a lot of great sponsors for UT Athletics. One of those, Florida Orthopedic. And let's give a big shout out to Drs. Selman and Gasser and Florida Orthopedic Institute and their sports medicine team for keeping the players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to University of Tampa student athletes. You can stay at Crown Plaza Hotels and Resorts. That's the place to meet. And Martz is the official chariot of the Spartans. Martz First Class Coach. If you need to charter a bus, go online to martzfirstclass.com. Martz, M-A-R-T-Z, martzfirstclass.com.
My daughter and I went with the team up to Gainesville, Florida when they played the Gators in an exhibition game, and it was a luxurious ride in a Martz First Class Coach.
Very nice. By the way, you mentioned the SSE standings. Yes. Berry and Eckerd represent the Sunshine State Conference in the national rankings this week. In the D2 men's poll, the NABC poll, Berry is number 7, Eckerd number 22. In the D2 SIDA, that's the sports information guys, right?
Yep.
Berry is 8 and Eckerd 24. So they are the two teams that are getting national recognition at this point in the season.
And they are 1-2 in the conference. 6-0 Berry leading, 5-2 Eckerd. Eckerd also with a 12-2 overall record. Berry at 10-1. Spartans so close to taking down Berry.
Oh yeah.
A month ago. Seems like yesterday. That one hurt. A double overtime loss on this court.
And up 9 with under 2 to play, under 2 minutes to play in the regulation time.
Yep.
So they let it slip away, and they're still kicking themselves about it.
Michael Stone's now in the lineup. He is from Windermere, Florida, and Dartmouth University. And Duke Shelton double teamed under the bucket, tried to pivot away, stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, Marshall Riddle came from the weak side and just surprised Duke with that as he came over there, almost got a tied ball situation, but Duke's so strong he ripped it away from him, but then stepped out of bounds.
Riddle also into the game, obviously, off a substitution. That is him with the ball. Drives on Biffle. Bounces inside, but throws an ankle pass. Controlled by Morales. It goes out of bounds, and they call it a kick. And it will be Palm Beach Atlantic's ball. Right in front of the Spartan bench. You know, if you're a ref and you make a call for the other team right in front of the two coaches of the opposite team, regardless, they're going to say something to you.
Yeah, they are.
Riddle will inbound, a senior from Royal Palm Beach, Florida. Same high school as Jules Jasmine. Starter in this game. One's a senior, one's a freshman.
By the way, some breaking news, Jack, I'll share after this basket.
Okay. You may have to wait.
Or would-be basket.
Nope, now you can.
The Tampa Spartans women are in first place in the Sunshine State Conference because Eckerd lost at home today to Embry-Riddle, 59-55.
Nice.
They went to 5-2 in the conference, and Eckerd was 5-2. They fall to 5-3 now.
A great win for the Spartans. Game that was completed about 45 minutes ago. A 68-63 hard-fought win over these same Sailfish.
I was probably remiss in saying that they had moved into a tie at the very least. With
well,
that
at the moment they were in a tie.
Yeah. But congrats, obviously, to the entire women's basketball team.
I tell you, that was a team win, too. Yeah. Even though Rachel Warden took over the scoring role late. There's Alberto Moreno in the lineup for the Spartans, throwing the inbounds pass away. Drive down the lane, off the glass, no good. Fighting for it is Marcel Robinson. It goes out of bounds. They don't know who to call, and finally one referee takes control and signals it's the Spartans' ball.
Marcel is kind of holding his left arm or left shoulder. It was kind of a weird angle or something there.
He was had two players from Palm Beach Atlantic trying to rip the ball away from him and pulling in opposite directions.
He's okay.
See if it bothers him.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was going down. It was the
Marcel,
old,
that's your cue.
It's the old, I'm hurt. Hey, I'm open.
Yeah, that's your cue, Marcel. Moreno will inbound under the basket. 6-6 tie now. Finds Pat Bacon. Deep in the right corner. Gamble from deep anywhere. Misses the shot, but rebounded by Shelton. Loses the ball trying to go under, and it goes out of bounds, and they say it's off Duke's foot. Spartans with I was going to say a press, but it's Anthony Gamble doing the pressing. And he calls it off. Stones hands the ball off. Jackson inside. And foul call, and I think a reach on the Spartans on 11. That's Marcel Robinson. His first foul, Spartans second.
One addendum as we update the standings from the women. Barry won today as well, so they are tied with Tampa at 5-2 atop first place in the SSC.
All right.
On the women's side.
Stones will inbound. Looking. Finally comes outside to Riddle. Backing away is Gullett. Now attacking is Gullett. And they're going to get a reach on Moreno. That'll be the first foul on Moreno. Actually, they're calling it on Bacon. No, okay, Moreno, they changed it. Riddle inbound, almost tipped away by Gamble, but driving the lane as Morales kicks it back out. 7 minutes into the game, and each team with 6 points, and two Spartans go up to try to get that rebound, and they knock it off each other out of bounds.
Not a lot of scoring here
in
this one. We're, over 7 minutes in, and we have 6 points for each team.
And the Spartans scored 98 their last game, so they're going to have to pick up the pace. 98, that's more than 2 points a minute.
Yeah. And had 92 in the game before that.
Yeah.
And not to be confused with that 103 they scored in the loss to Barry, but that was double overtime.
No, I think it was 90-90 or 88-88 at the little Euro step, and he lays it in.
Very nice, aggressive move to the basket by Alberto Moreno.
He's allowed the Euro step because he's from Gran Canaria. Nice little turnaround face-up jumper by Riddle. And it's 10-8, Palm Beach Atlantic.
Yeah, Riddle had a big game Wednesday as well against Rollins. He scored 15 off the bench, hitting 5 3-pointers.
Riddle is close to being a double-digit scorer. He's at 8. 4 players in double digits. Gamble, he loves that shot. Doesn't knock it down, though. That's what he brings to the team is three-point shooting, and he'll get you some boards. Long jumper by Jackson, rims in and out, rebounded into the hands of Riddle. Gullett trying to back down Shelton and puts it in. 12-8. Moreno, some pressure.
I'm sorry, Jack. I was just going to say, even though there's full court pressure, it pretty much falls back as soon as the ball is inbounded.
Right. Bacon passes to Shelton, and smartly Morales knocks it out of his hand, even though he gets the foul, because that would have been a thunderous dunk.
Yeah, rim rattler for sure. That was coming.
11:21 to go in the first half. It's our under 12 timeout with Tampa trailing Palm Beach Atlantic 12-8. Right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Courtyard by Marriott is simply refreshing, located at 3805 West Cypress in Tampa, an official host hotel of University of Tampa Athletics. Pizza Hut, if you're in the UT area, you can call Pizza Hut at 251-3399. Get your pizza delivered to UT today. And you need something to wash that down, right? Because if you're thirsty, you grab a Pepsi, the official Spartan soft drink.
You know, if anybody in the world should be the official spokesperson for Pepsi and get an endorsement deal, it's me.
Well, I was going to say me. We are both official.
Yeah.
We proudly support the tradition.
Pepsi might go under.
Yeah.
Stock prices would plummet if either of us stopped drinking Pepsi.
Well, you're probably right about that. There's no doubt. No doubt. Yes, I at least one a day.
Yeah. Same, ditto.
Super big gulp.
Ditto. Oh, you go. Does that count as one drink when it's a 36-ouncer?
In my book, it does. In my book, it does. But, you know, the taste test thing that they always talk about, there is a difference.
Oh, yes.
And Pepsi's really the best.
Coke is fine, but I can tell the difference.
Yep.
Nick Marijan getting ready to check in. Looks like Nick got a holiday haircut.
Wow. Spiffy.
Yeah.
Would he be mad at me if I said he has a spiffy haircut?
Well, no one's used the word spiffy since 1974.
Yeah, certainly not on the air.
Of course, I said groovy one time, far out. Shelton hits the first free throw. It's 12-9.
Yeah, that was the 60s.
Nah, and my daughter always says, quit the hippie talk, Dad.
Yeah. There you go.
Marijan coming in for Duke Shelton. Nick had a hamstring problem, kept him out of the Embry-Riddle game. Fouls have kept him out of a lot of minutes in these games this year, but unfortunately, it's a fact of life when you're 7-1. You're just not going to get the benefit of the doubt too much.
And you can't hide.
No. It would be great to see Nick get about 30 minutes a game because I think he'd be a nice presence. Oh, a little scoop shot knocked in by Riddle. Also into the Embry-Riddle lineup is number 33, Milas Kostic from Belgrade, Serbia and Appalachian State. Nice drive, Gamble. Came in about 24 feet closer than he normally does and gets the bucket.
Yeah, that was a nice drive, no doubt.
Gamble, a great story, a walk-on. Now contributing major minutes for the Spartans. Kostic, nowhere to go, lofts one. Tracked down, almost goes to the backcourt and saved with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Driving in the lane, off the glass, misses a point-blank layup. That was Jasmine out to Marcel Robinson. Spartans have a 2-on-4, so they wisely pull it back to Moreno. Makai Biffle back in the lineup for the Spartans.
You mentioned Gamble. Who can forget that game he had against Florida Tech last year? 32 points. Man, he was on fire that night.
Oh, nice drive, give and go. Biffle to Robinson, the layup by Marcel, and he will shoot throws too.
You know, that's a play that is run in grade school, yes. and it still works.
Yes.
If it's not defended well, it can result in layups.
Yep. Case in point.
Yeah.
Ties the game at 14 for Marcel, his fourth point, a chance to put the Spartans in the lead. And he does.
Neither team's led by more than 4 in this game. It's been kind of...
It picked up the pace a little, though.
Yeah.
Spartans had a 6-2 lead, and then it was 14-10, Palm Beach Atlantic leading.
You have a good memory. I can never remember
It's early.
that stuff.
It's still early.
Oh, okay.
Biffle with a steal. Of course, they always told me in high school that players would ask me as they came down the court, what am I shooting? What's my shooting percentage? And I would tell them while I was handling the ball.
Oh, that's good. No wonder you were a popular player on the team. Unless it wasn't that much math and you just, well you're 0 for 6, so 0. You're shooting 0.
We averaged 33 points a game, so it wasn't tough.
That's not, yeah, I understand now.
I know you and I grew up in the same era in Illinois. We lost to Maine South, which was second in the state at the time behind Thornridge, which we're both fully aware of.
Right.
Season opener, we lost 100 to 33.
Well, at least you weren't shut out.
It was closer than you think.
Yeah, that's right.
To being shut out.
Closer than the, I was going to say, closer than the score would indicate, I thought was what you were saying. But no, it was closer to the shutout.
Another reference you will remember is Larry Lujak.
Oh, yes.
Gave
WLS radio.
Gave us the WLS Cream Job of the Week for that game.
The Cream Job of the Week. Boy, that's
sponsored by a dairy company.
Oh, see, that's what's wrong with radio, or was wrong with radio. Now it's all the same syndicated stuff, so
yep.
Whatever.
The legend, Uncle Lair. Gamble, deep, airballed it.
Wow.
Not that deep.
Yeah.
15-14, Spartans up halfway through the first half.
Larry Lujak was a legend. Passed away a few years ago.
Yeah. Ooh, deflected away from Gullett. Shelton picked it up. And we come back the other way with the Spartans with the ball. You know, you had a much better high school career, and I end up telling all the stories.
No, I love your stories. It makes me feel better about my game.
We had parents' night every home game just so we'd get 24 people at the game.
That's good. That's good. It's another parents' night here at the old ball yard.
Yep. Yeah. That way 24 people would at least show up.
Yeah.
6 cheerleaders.
Nice. 3
managers. In and out by Biffle. You probably played in front of packed houses.
We did, actually.
Yep.
We were, my senior year, which is the year much of what you're talking about, we referred to. We were ranked second in the state, and I was a starting guard on that team.
Glad we didn't play you guys.
Yeah, we might have beat you about the same score.
Yeah. Well, then we played Hersey High School, just to bore people. It's a school near Arlington Heights, Illinois.
Yeah.
They were 7 feet, 6'9", 6'8" across the front line. Dave Corzine, who played for the Chicago Bulls for many years. We only lost 80-40 to them.
Man.
So we improved. That was the next game. So we
You
improved.
almost ran up the score against them.
I know. Well, you know why it was closer is I had the flu and missed the Maine South game. I was back for Hersey.
Really? Was that the difference? You know, it's funny, Jack, that before this game started, during the break between the women's game, you and I talked about how we hate announcers that just tell stories instead of calling the action. Yes. We haven't called a play since the 14-minute mark.
But we still kept you abreast of the game. It's 18-14, immediate timeout.
Okay.
Actually, it's not immediate timeout. It was a call timeout. So it's 18-14. Tampa has scored the last 8 and has the lead with 8:25 to go in the half.
And that is the important thing. Hey, Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, they offer a sub above with the nearest location at 2121 West Kennedy in Tampa. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Clean Eats is a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue and open until 7 o'clock. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats. And we have as well DP Dough. They deliver cheesy happiness on and around college campuses, including UT, for calzones, wings, and breadsticks. Order online at dpdough.com. They're open late.
You know what? With all the sponsors we have, you know, if we went like food hopping, we would really be full.
We would be full. We would weigh about 600 pounds.
Yeah.
But at least between us, we would.
Great sponsors.
Yeah.
But it's
great sponsors, great eats. A lot. I was just thinking that. We have a lot of restaurants as our sponsors at UT. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should go in and say, hey, Jack and Scott are here.
This is true.
And just see what happens if we say that.
Well, when you think about it, the sponsors we have, it's perfect for this campus because what do students like to do and have to do? Eat, and eat quickly.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do the cooking.
That never changes.
Nope. Nice drive.
Wow. Matthew Johnson. Wow. Nice drive by Johnson.
18-16. Bacon setting it up. Zone defense from Palm Beach Atlantic. No, it's a man. Let me see where they moved.
Looked like a zone for a minute, didn't it?
Stayed zone. He followed Pat Bacon, but then gave him up. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone. Bacon gives it up. Alberto Moreno, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Spartans 0 for 4 from 3. Neither team has hit a 3 yet. Spartans were holding on to an 18-14 lead. It's now 18-16 up top. They go inside to Gullett. Double teamed, kick it a pack, underneath, and a foul called, and it is going to be on Palm Beach Atlantic.
Yeah, going to call an offensive foul. Put the shoulder down and created contact.
Foul is on Warthen, his 3rd, so he's coming out.
Wow.
That is also the 7th foul on Palm Beach Atlantic.
Warthen is leading rebounder on the team, just under 6 a game, averages 10 points. Leading shot blocker, more than 1 per game. So him sitting down with 3 fouls is good news for Tampa.
Well, his line, though, is no points, no rebounds, 3 fouls at the moment. Oh, bounces off. Marcel Robinson, but he got the ball back. 6 on the shot clock. Marcel, head fake, jumper, off the rim. Cold shooting to this point. Even though 50% and 41% for Tampa, there's not a lot of shots.
No, in fact, we're not going to see either team hit 100 today unless it's quadruple overtime.
Well, we said that for the Berry game.
And we ended up getting a double overtime and got both teams to 100.
Teams. And if I remember the stat, it was the first time the Spartans had ever been involved in a game where both teams scored 100. There's a pass to Biffle, kind of went through the wickets there like a croquet ball.
It's only the
Goes out of
third
bounds.
turnover for Tampa. 7 on the other side here for Palm Beach Atlantic. But again, you talk about the shooting, that they're under 40%, under 39% now at 7 for 18. So the Spartans are struggling on offense.
Caustic back in the lineup. Johnson across the timeline, drives the lane, jumper over Duke Shelton, missing it, rebound Biffle. Biffle to Bacon, Bacon calling out the play, still in his zone. Marcel Robinson loads, fires, hits.
Well, they're going to stay in that zone, I think, until Tampa shoots them out of it.
Yep.
And that's the first made 3, so maybe that's the start of them shooting him out of it.
A block by Gamble gets the ball to Bacon. He's got Biffle on one side, fakes, drives. I think it's a charge, yeah. He faked, but Riddle didn't fall for it.
Faked right, drove left, and hit right into the defender. Good defense. We actually, we're talking about how it's a struggle offensively for both teams. Let's give some credit to the defense.
Yeah.
Nothing coming easy for either team so far.
Johnson across the timeline gets a play called out by David Balza.
Palm Beach Atlantic hasn't scored for over 2.5 minutes now.
Pass inside, Caustic, guarded by Gamble. Spins, tries to go baseline. Moreno comes over to help. Kicks it out. 4 on the shot clock. Johnson finally puts it up top of the key. Knocks it down. He just glanced up at the clock when he heard his teammates shouting.
Yeah, the entire bench was up there. 3 on the shot clock, and he actually took a dribble after that. I thought once he dribbled, he wasn't going to have time to get the shot away, but he did.
21-19, Spartans by 2. Moreno drives the lane, parted everybody, but then lost the ball on the way in, and it goes out of bounds.
I couldn't tell if he lost the ball, if he was trying to maybe bounce it to Duke Shelton there and get an easy basket, but it did not work out for him.
Right. So 21-19, under 5 minutes to go in the half. This is low scoring for both teams, low scoring for SSC games. Caustic trying to move on Gamble. Pass inside, off the glass, nice shot by Dakota Zinser.
Well, I mean, you look at Palm Beach Atlantic, the Sailfish average 82 points a game. I mean, and they shoot 50% from the field as a team. They've got guys 2 or 3 guys shooting over 60% from the field. And they're at 50% here today now after that basket. 9 of 18.
Shelton off the rim and in.
Duke will say that's a great shooter's touch right there.
Yes.
Yeah. Shooting the 17-footer, no problem.
Zinser is going to drive. Gamble rejects.
Boy, good help defense.
Nice pass to Duke, and he slams it home. Had it with one hand. I thought he was going in for the layup, and he just elevated there.
Wow. I wish I could do that. Hey, we might see one again.
It's Gamble. I'll say no. Yes, he does. I base that on when Anthony shoots threes, he just goes on his tippy toes.
Well, he showed you he can get up.
I know. 27-21, biggest lead of the game. Nice job underneath by Jasmine. Created some space, banked it home. 27-23, 3:15 to go in the half.
Yeah, Jasmine's one of those guys that shoots well from the floor. 67% from the field on the season.
Every Spartan starter, actually everyone other than Marijan, who did not start, has scored. Gamble from very deep water and very good.
You know why? You know why that went? His blood was pumping. He was feeling like, I am king of the universe, and I'm going to make this shot. That's probably not what he thought, but I bet he felt good after the dunk.
Something like that went through his mind, though.
Yeah. I can't be stopped.
Yes. Caustic threw it away. Duke Shelton took it.
Yeah, nice presence, defensive state of mind there by Duke Shelton.
Moreno holds the ball. 7-point lead, biggest of the game for Tampa. Gamble feeling it. Still. You know what?
Yeah.
That dunk set him off.
Oh, yeah, he's smiling, too, because he just knows I cannot be stopped. I am on fire. Get me the ball.
But how often do you see that where somebody from the outside, you have to go inside to get the touch?
Yeah. Sometimes it's even just a free throw to go in. If the lid's been on the basket, you haven't scored or anything. It's not like Gamble had a bunch of misses, but now, he's hit his last 3 shots. So what was he? He was 1 for 4. So
now he's 4 for 7.
Now he's 4 for 7 with a couple of threes as part of that.
Timeout taken by David Balzo. 33-23 Tampa. 1:58 to go until halftime right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Another fine sponsor here at UT, Rebuilt Meals. Whether you're a competitive athlete wanting to tone up or just love flavorful, healthy food, the meals are built to feed your body with the proper nutrients that'll fuel your active lifestyle. Enjoy fitness-inspired meal plans with Rebuilt Meals. Visit rebuiltmeals.com. And the Tropical Smoothie Cafe's menu boasts bold, flavorful smoothies with a healthy appeal, all made to order from the freshest ingredients. The toasted wraps, sandwiches, flatbreads, and bowls are made fresh with quality meats and cheeses, fresh produce, and flavorful sauces. Located downtown at 200 North Tampa, just around the corner from UT. And Mr. Empanada. The beauty of the empanada is its simplicity. Take any of your favorite foods, imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough, cooked perfectly until it's golden brown and piping hot. Their empanadas are a culinary treat. With 10 locations around the city, enjoy old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas.
We will not be back on the air until January 17th, 11 days from today, but the Spartans will have played 2 games between this time period, both on the road. They're at Rollins on Wednesday, the 10th, and then at Florida Tech next Saturday. So back-to-back road games. Shooting the free throws is Jackson. He has 2 points. First trip to the line. Hits that one. PBA now 3 of 3 from the line as they got 2 buckets from Morales earlier. Knocks them both down. 33-25, backcourt pressure again. Freddie Ibrahim into the lineup for the Spartans. And started most of the games this year. Duke Shelton trapped in the backcourt. Smartly, though, gave up his dribble before going over the timeline.
Yeah, and in fact, there was 1 second on the shot clock when that ball was knocked out of bounds. It was almost a 10-second callback. And so they were actually a little bit fortunate that the ball got knocked out of bounds at that point.
Nice give and go, Ibrahim. There you go, Freddie.
And Richard Schmidt, sitting next to Pat Bacon, looks at him and says, now that's what we want. I could be the coach there. Now that's what we want. That's a great play.
Johnson on the layup, 35-27. Biffle beats Johnson across the timeline. Gathers the ball in and gets it to Moreno, or Ibrahim, I should say. Shelton. Oh, I'm not sure who that was intended for, but it's taken away by Jackson. Drives and dunks.
Wow, I didn't see that dunk coming.
No.
I thought it was an easy layup. But I'll tell you what, the 6'4" redshirt sophomore from Youngstown,
and
Ohio,
Anthony Gamble's just like, what's the big deal? I hit a 3.
Yeah. Duke Shelton smiles, gives him 5 as he heads back the other way. And
38-29.
Gamble definitely feeling it here.
He's on one of those games again. Riddle from deep answers.
Oh, my.
There's our net that gets caught up every so often.
It does all the time.
When a pure shooter,
we talk about
at that end.
Every game. Riddle, by the way, their leading three-point shooter. 36 out of 100 coming into this game. That's a lot of three-point shots.
It is, yeah. It's about 4 or 5 a game. Anyway, a quick timeout called by David Balza with 25 seconds to go in the half. 20 on the shot clock. Tampa 38, Palm Beach Atlantic 32. Tampa will have the ball, and we'll be back in a second right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
See, that's one second, and I'm back.
You're
just
back.
Like that. Campus Bookstore, you want to visit it? Yes, our Barnes & Noble Campus Store has everything UT in one place, located in the Vaughn Center, first floor, open Monday through Saturday, or shop online at utampa.bncollege.com. And another of our sponsors is Walters Press Box, Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game and party. The Press Box, 222 South Dale Mabry.
25 seconds to go in the half. The lead is 6. The way this game started, I mean, the fact that they've gotten to this point, 38-32, is a credit to the players hanging in there.
You know, it's interesting. Looking at the notes here on the stats monitor, Palm Beach Atlantic has made its last 4 from the floor, and Tampa's made its last 8 from the floor.
Wow.
Both teams shooting 57% for the game now. Wow.
They've both just vaulted up the shooting percentage. 4 on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to do something. Biffle launches off the rim, fighting for it into the hands of Jackson. And the half runs out. Not the way you wanted to draw it up at the end, but that's the way it ends regardless.
Yeah, you know, they all started making shots about the time I said we wouldn't hit 100, right? That's just the way it goes.
Well, you know, if I remember, that Barry game was only like 40 at half or
I think so.
Anyway, we've reached halftime. 38-32 is the score. We'll give you a quick rundown of the stats, and then we're going to step out for the half. For the Spartans, they are shooting 56%, 15 of 27. Palm Beach Atlantic, 57%, 13 of 23. Good percentages, not a lot of shots. 3-point field goals, 40% for Palm Beach Atlantic, 36% for the Spartans. Free throws, 4 for 4 for PBA, 4 for 5 for Tampa. Turnovers, 10 for PBA, 5 for Tampa. And rebounds, total rebounds on the game right now, 12 for Palm Beach Atlantic, 10 for Tampa. Leading scorers in the game, Anthony Gamble, 13 for Tampa. He has hit 3 of 6 3-pointers, including his last 3. On the other side of the ball, the leading scorers are Johnson and Riddle, each with 7 points. So 38-32 at the half. Tampa on top of Palm Beach Atlantic. We're going to step out, come back when there's a couple minutes to go in the half, and get ready for half number 2. You're watching this game on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa. This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
And welcome back courtside of the University of Tampa. Tampa Spartans leading Palm Beach Atlantic 38-32 at halftime. Sunshine State Conference men's basketball game. Jack Ike along with Scott Lynn. Glad you could join us in a somewhat chilly Florida.
Yeah, it's been cool here. We've had the furnace on, actually, about 4 days now. But it's going to be in the mid-70s by Tuesday, so we're good.
And I know if you're watching from somewhere other than the state of Florida, you could care less what we're talking about with the weather.
Yeah, I know. Jack, by the way, I mentioned it to you just a minute ago. During the halftime, when the Spartans came out and shot here during a half, there were like 3 or 4 times that net that always gets hung up on the rim.
Well, look
and
at it.
I know. Look right now. It just got hung up again a 4th or 5th time during the halftime. The net is – it's just always stuck up there.
Supposed to catch it, Anthony
and
Gamble.
I think the officials, Anthony Gamble pulls it down. It's crazy how often that happens. I've never seen a net do it like that.
They need to fix it. Second half underway. Pat Bacon with the ball. Anthony Gamble open. Good.
And the net is back up on the rim.
Anthony Gamble is, as they say, en fuego.
Yeah. Gamble jumped up, pulled the net down, then went back and just stuck it right back up on there. And coming off the bench.
He's got the shooter's touch today because when you nail the 3 on your first shot of the half after sitting for about 15 minutes, that's a good deal. Long jumper on the way from Warthen. Missed it, rebounded, and put back in. Wow. Took it away from Gamble, and that was Morales with the board.
Nice, strong offensive board there for sure.
Gamble, open.
Don't
fires.
leave him open.
Oh. Marcel grabs the rebound, turns, twists, blocked.
That was Jasmine again with the block shot.
Zinser the other way. 41-34, first minute, second half. Tampa 2-4 in the conference. On the other side is Palm Beach Atlantic at 4-3 in conference play. Oh, Morales missing it. Shelton rebounds. Other end, no good. Jackson crossed the timeline. Drives on Bacon, goes left, puts it up and in. 41-36. Jackson with 6. Make it 8. Actually, they gave the basket to Johnson, I'm sorry.
Matthew Johnson.
The more formal name of Jack.
Yeah.
Though there is a Jackson. Spartans responded at the other end. Almost a steal by Tampa.
Yeah, that was Duke Shelton. He's got 10 points now.
10 points along with 6 rebounds at this point. He's the leading rebounder for Tampa.
Ouch.
And there's a foul called, and tumbling to the ground goes Warthen. You mentioned he's the leading scorer, but got in foul trouble, 3 fouls after only 10 minutes of play, and this is his chance to get his first points of the day.
Wow.
Took a shot a few seconds ago, missed it. Also missed it was a 3-pointer. And the lefty still can't buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you talked about it earlier. They have 4 players that average in double figures. Bakari Warthen, 10 points, the leading rebounder at 5.9 boards. But, Jackson off the bench leading the way with 13.2 points a game. And they got 3 other players averaging 7.5
really
points
close.
or more. So, I mean, again, they've averaged 82 points a game. So they can put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, and there's not one dominant player. There's nobody with like 25 a game. If they're in double digits, they're between 10 and 14. Biffle to Bacon. The lead is 6 for Tampa. Robinson give and go to Bacon. Off the glass, but blocked by Morales. Foul called on the block. And that will be 3 for him. Bacon will shoot 2 for Tampa. Free throw climbs over the rim and goes in. Bacon is an 83% free throw shooter on the year. Averages 10 free throws a game.
Wow.
and hits 8.3 of them. Nice drive, Worth, and he's starting to heat up. We saw that in the women's game. Hannah Grimm was quiet. We're like, wow, she averages 20, had 31 in her last game. Why is she being so quiet? She ended up at 33.
Yeah, another career high for her.
That was for Palm Beach Atlantic, and the Spartans, though, held on to win that game, 68-63.
Rachel Warden with a career high 24 for UT.
Biffle on the give and go, drives the lane, fouled on his way in. It might be on Morales, but I think it's going to be on Stones. Yes. Just his first.
Yeah, both Morales and Worthen with 3 fouls for the Sailfish.
Biffle to the line for the Spartans. He has just 1 point. 0 for 5 from the field so far. 1 of 2 on the free throw line. Hits that one, has 2 points now. Makai Biffle starting this game. Hits both of them. Quickly into the lineup is Gullett for Palm Beach Atlantic. Spartans with a little backcourt pressure broken by the Sailfish. Bounce pass to Morales, almost stolen by Robinson, and they call the foul. For Makai Biffle, this is game number 13 and his 3rd start of the year. Spartans guarding the inbounds pass. They get it to Zinser. Morales bounce pass inside. Gullett off the glass, missed. Biffle goes high to get the board. 47-39, Spartans by 8. 16:40 to go in the game. Bacon looks, finds Biffle. Lob into Shelton. Oh, and he overlaid it, but tipped up, missed by Biffle. Back into the hands of Shelton, off the glass and in. That's just teamwork. And quickly down to the other end. Zinser missed the layup, but he was still alone, and he went back and picked it up and put it in.
You don't always have a chance to do that when you miss on a break.
No. Biffle across the timeline, scoops it over to Gamble. Give and go back to Biffle. And, oh, they just can't hit the easy one. Shelton up off the glass and still gets it, but their last 2 times down, they made it a little harder than it needed to be.
Duke working on his double-double again. 14 points, 8 boards.
That's why Biffle missed the shot.
That's right. Just helping out a friend.
Yeah.
He has 8 double-doubles this season.
Worthen missed the 3. Rebound to Shelton. I think we're going to have 9 not too long.
Not too long.
Bacon, left hand. Oh, it won't fall. 51-41, 10-point lead for the Spartans. Biggest lead of the game, equaling their biggest lead. Zinser says enough of that and drains the 3. Zinser getting a little hot here now at 9 points. Bacon, pull-up jumper, knocks it home. Pat Bacon with 8 now.
Bacon leading scorer, obviously, for the Spartans, as he has been all season. 21.9 points a game.
Both these teams getting a little hot here in the second half. Slow to start this game. It was 6-6, and we were 8 minutes into the game. Zinser misses, Gamble rebounds, gets it to Shelton.
That's the 10th
Who do
rebound.
they give it to, Shelton?
Yes.
Ma'am? You are correct. Gamble to Biffle.
30th career double-double for Duke. Wow. What a career he's had here. A senior from Ocala, Vanguard High.
I would assume he'll play somewhere next year if he wants to. A couple Spartans playing overseas. Bacon drives. Gamble just launches it, but it was after the shot clock, and hey, it won't count against your shooting percentage.
That's right.
14:08 to go. This is the under 16 timeout with Tampa leading 53-44. You're watching this game on TampaSpartans.tv and the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Another of our fine sponsors for UT Athletics is the Embassy Suites downtown, right in the heart of downtown, just a few blocks from campus. Come stay in luxury at the Embassy Suites downtown, 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa. Your trusted Tampa Subaru dealer is Mastro Subaru, located at 6402 West Hillsborough Avenue. At Mastro Subaru, our reputation rides with you. And Firehouse Subs, where subs are made the firefighter way, served steaming hot and loaded with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. Located at 2617 West Kennedy Boulevard, Firehouse, founded by firemen.
53-44, Tampa by 9. Both teams off and running here in the second half. It was 6-6 to start this game, and we were almost 8 minutes into it, less than a point a minute. We are now 6 minutes into the second half, and it's 15-12 in second half points, so much different story.
And again, after the great first half shooting, both teams shot incredibly well.
Continuing
Tampa shot 56% and PBA 57%. Their shooting actually is a little bit down in the second half, so even though the scoring is up, the shooting percentages are down a little bit.
You know, you shoot 50% and your percentage goes down.
Yeah, that's a bad problem to have.
Yeah. Caustic into the lineup for Palm Beach Atlantic. Spartans staying with the original starters.
You know, Caustic kind of looks like Dave Corzine back
He
in the
does have
old
that
days.
Corzine look, and that's the way Corzine looked when we played, other than he was probably about 6 inches taller than that. Nice rebound, Robinson. Oh, almost goes over and back.
That's the first time in the absolute history of the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network broadcast that anyone compared him to Dave Corzine.
Yes.
We've made history here today, Jack.
Oh, Marcel working hard, but can't get it to fall. Rebound to Jackson.
There's some young people that are on Wikipedia right now Googling David Corzine.
Corzine. I don't know if he ever. I wonder if he's got a ring. Did he hang? I know he hung. He played with Jordan, with the Bulls for a few years, but I think he was done before the dynasty.
Yeah, Wennington I think was the center at that point. You know what? With Google, you don't have to wonder.
No. You just said everybody's going to Wikipedia.
Maybe I better.
We should.
Maybe I should.
Alberto Moreno in the lineup for the Spartans now. Pass into Shelton. Around Caustic. Reverse layup and in.
Nice.
Shelton now with 16 points to go along with the 10 boards. And the lead is 11. Jackson, jumper in the lane, nails it. 8 for Jackson. Down to a 9-point lead. Bacon trapped, gets it across to Moreno. Pat Bacon holds the ball, starts the offense. Seven on the shot clock. Bacon pulls up in the lane, falls down. Rebound, Moreno gets it back. Gamble for 3, and he nails another one.
Woohoo! That's 5.
58-46. Anthony Gamble is now 5 of 9 from 3, but I think he missed his first couple. Caustic back out, finds Jackson. He's falling down, and rebound to Shelton. Quickly up court. Bacon, a bounce pass to Biffle. To the corner to Gamble. 3 on the way. 3. Oh, it was halfway down. This is what Gamble brings to the team. A little give and go, goes almost out of bounds. Caustic fires a 3 and hits. 58-49. Under 12. Gamble eyes a 3 and hits another one.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's on
that time
fire.
He just shook his head and smiled.
He is having another one of those games,
yeah,
isn't he?
22 now for Anthony. 6 of them on 3-pointers. 18 of his points on 3s. Now, what was the game we did? How many did he hit? 10? 10 of 13 or something like that?
He was, well, He scored
Or
32
9 of
points,
13.
and I have forgot. Maybe I can go back and Google that.
Oh, we have it at our fingertips.
Yes. It'll just take me a few minutes because
All right.
I'm not 12 years old.
Take your,
it's going to
take
take
your
me a
time.
minute.
11-11 to go in the game.
I'm still on Corzine over here.
11-11 to go in the game. 61-49. Tampa on top as the Spartans have increased the second half lead. It was 38-32 at halftime, now up to 12.
Yeah, Corzine was with the Bulls from 82-83 season to 1988-89.
So about 6 years, 7 years.
7 years.
That would have been before. All the wins were in the 90s.
Yes, the wins were in the 90s. So
I believe Michael
ring.
Jordan was able to belittle him for a couple of years.
Yeah. All right. So Gamble. Now we're going to find Gamble.
I do have his bio here. I could just actually do an awkward thing and go to the paper that I printed.
Yes, and they also do a nice job. University of Tampa, Tom Colby, SID, and his staff put together great game notes for us. So maybe you can, will it say in there?
Career high of 32 points against Florida Tech, but they don't mention how he did
All right. That was last season against
12-10.
Florida Tech, 12-10. I'm going to look it up.
All right.
as somebody famous once said, you could look it up. And I will.
Spartans by 12. This is the biggest lead of the game. Jackson will be on the free throw line for Palm Beach Atlantic. Spartans with Bacon, Biffle, Shelton, Moreno, and Gamble in the lineup. Johnson, Riddle, Warthen, Jackson, and Gullett for PBA. 2 free throws down, 61-51. Moreno. Bacon out inside the arc, drives the lane, looks to shoot, finds Biffle in the corner, and he knocks down a 3. Contagious for Tampa. Tampa now 8 of 18. Shelton takes the ball away from everybody. Bacon to the other end. I think he's trying to go nonstop, gets fouled on the way in.
Yeah, good thing that didn't go because it would have brought the net off the rim again. It's still up there.
Duke,
again.
Oh, Duke doesn't even have to jump.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of being 6'8" with long arms. By the way, Anthony Gamble was 10 of 22.
Okay.
From beyond
the
arc.
field or 22
no,
three-pointers?
Those are three-pointers. He missed his only two-point try. No, I'm sorry. Let me double check. He made his only two-point try.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 shots from beyond the arc.
Oh, that's not beyond the arc, but he put it in the cylinder.
You see, he didn't have to jump to bring the net down because he knew he was going to throw it straight down in just a minute.
Duke now 18 points to go along with 12 boards, and the lead is 15, biggest of the game. So Spartans have taken a 6-point halftime lead, added to it. Pass, almost a shot and a pass, almost stolen to the corner. And a nice three-pointer by Riddle.
That's too bad from Tampa's perspective. They had done a nice job defensively, helping and everything.
And Duke Shelton strides his way in for the bucket.
Duke's having a nice game today.
He said, Anthony Gamble, you can hit your threes, but I'm going to keep pace with 2-pointers.
Wow.
That's 20 now for Duke, 22 for Gamble. Inside, nice little reverse layup by Jackson. And it's 68-56, under 10 minutes to go in the game. We've said it before, though, just because they're up 12 with less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, there's a lot of time left in this game, and this is a team, again, that's averaged 82 points a game. They've won 3 in a row. They're not going to quit.
Nice drive by Biffle, and he lays it in with the reverse layup. 70-56, Biffle with 8. Johnson to Riddle. Riddle deep, 3, rims out, and taken by Shelton. Finds Bacon. Bacon's going to drive off the goal. No, didn't get it up, but got his own board. Put it up and slapped away by Gullett.
Wow.
Literally slapped away by Gullett.
Gullett didn't get an official block shot on the previous one, but he got one there.
Shelton with the block, but he knocks down Jackson. And Jackson will go to the free throw line. Foul on Shelton is his second.
In case you're wondering, Duke Shelton with his 20 points. This is not nearly his career high. He's got right now, 20 points, 13 rebounds. His career high, 31 points against Alabama Huntsville earlier this season. And of course, he's been a monster on the boards many, many times. He had 19 rebounds at Nova Southeastern earlier this season.
Wow.
So,
well, he's got
with 9 minutes left, he has a chance actually at both of those numbers.
If the game stays close, relatively close, he'll stay in.
And he stays in the game, right.
Jackson missing that one.
Another rebound.
Always loved rebounds off of free throws because they were easy.
Yep.
Relatively.
Yep.
So if you don't get the rebound, you're in a lot of trouble.
Right.
The other team somehow
and then you'll be
it.
sitting right next to the coach.
Who will explain how to get
boxing
a rebound.
Yeah.
A three. No
Wow.
good. That might be about his 5th of the season, if that.
Attempt.
Yes, 5th attempt.
I think you may be right. I've got to look it up.
Sometimes it's just too hard to pass
you're right.
up.
He was 0 for 4.
Okay.
And feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling like he couldn't miss.
No. All right, Warthen across the timeline. Biffle eyeing him. Little bounce pass into Jackson. Morales looking to pass inside, can't find anyone. Now bounces it inside, finds Jasmine. Outside, Jasmine, free throw line traveled. Turnover with 8:03 to go in the game. Spartans content to just run a little clock. Moreno finds Marcel Robinson. He's going to drive the lane. Dishes to Shelton. Went up for the dunk, and they didn't want to have that happen again, so they fouled Duke. So Duke will go to the free throw line. We get to the under 8 timeout with 7:42 to go in the game. 70-57, Tampa on top. This is the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
The Bay Harbor Hotel is located at 7700 West Courtney Campbell Causeway in Tampa. It offers a discount rate to all UT supporters and guests. The Bay Harbor Hotel on Courtney Campbell Causeway. So again, what we're saying is, if you are going to be staying at the Bay Harbor Hotel, you tell them, I am a UT supporter,
yes.
a big UT fan. They'll take care of you, all right? Florida Orthopedic Urgent Care. You give it up to the Spartan team of physicians of Florida Orthopedic Institute, Florida's largest orthopedic group, and to Drs. Selman and Gasser and their sports medicine team for keeping our players active and safe on and off the field with their ortho urgent care just minutes away in South Tampa. And Sodexo University Dining Services allows you to choose from 27 dining stations serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, and snacks. The official concessionaire of UT Athletics is Sodexo Campus Dining. Visit the UT website and check dining services for their variety and hours.
7:45 to go in the game. Tampa up by 13. Tampa's 12 of 23 this half, 52%. Palm Beach Atlantic 9 of 21, 43%. Though PBA and even 22 of 44 for the game, that's 50%. To the line goes Duke Shelton. 20 points, 13 rebounds at the moment. 21 points. .22 points. He has equaled Anthony Gamble for team scoring honors, actually game scoring honors. Warthen across the timeline. To the corner, where they find Jackson, looks to drive, comes out to Morales. Riddle's going to launch a three, missing it, and into the hands of Gamble. Moreno. Biffle, top of the key to Shelton. Marcel Robinson trying to come off a pick, lobs it in, but They saw that one coming and took it away. Jackson looks to drive the lane, scoops it up, and nice job.
Boy, terrific
putting
finish.
It on the rim.
Yeah. Jackson showing some skills there. Hung in the air and scooped it up and in.
72-59. Moreno drives, glass, and in.
Wow.
Back to a 15-point lead. Time running out, though, on PBA. So we won't say it's all gone because we've seen it before. Foul on the floor before the shot. Might be on Shelton. Yes.
It is.
That's his third. Pat Bacon into the lineup for Tampa, replacing Mekhi Biffle.
You know, Jackson really has shown me some stuff here today. 15 points in 18 minutes so far. And really a good, quick first step. Can get to the basket.
And there he is.
Wow.
Just lays it up a little short. Shelton with the board.
Just as I'm giving him kudos, he misses the 2-foot jumper. Come on, you're making me look bad.
I know.
Come on, DeAndre.
That happens, though.
I look bad a lot. Is that what you're saying?
Robinson drives, had it tipped out of his hand, and wow, they called a foul. That is foul, just the first on Jackson.
That's on Riddle.
Riddle.
They
changed it? Okay. Yeah. 3 then on Riddle. I think Jackson also thought it was on him.
Yeah, I did too. That's why he was so upset. He goes, I didn't foul him.
Yeah.
The ref says, you're right.
You're right. But your teammate did. Bacon up top finds Gamble. Marcel Robinson started out the game hot. It's been quiet since. But I think he became a marked man when he hit a couple early. Spartans let the shot clock run down to 0 before getting a shot. So the turnover. A couple years ago, Wisconsin, when they were in their Final Four mode a couple years ago, had no turnovers in a game going down to the final seconds, and it would have been like first time in a long time a major college team had gone with no turnovers. And in the final seconds of the game, they were up comfortably. There's a nice job putting in the bucket is Jasmine. And with they let a shot clock run down in the last 10 seconds and weren't even worried about shooting. And that cost them a turnover.
Wow.
They weren't even worried about it.
But they won the sportsmanship award.
Yeah.
They got the sportsmanship trophy.
Yep.
Nice.
Jasmine rolls the free throw in. 74-62. Now full court pressure from Palm Beach Atlantic. A little sense of urgency here with a 12-point deficit and 5 minutes to go. Moreno looks and finds Robinson in the backcourt. Dashes into the front court. Good job by the Spartans to break the press. Pass inside to Shelton. Retrieves it. Gets away, but I think Riddle might be called. No, they got Morales with the foul. And that is foul number 7, so
and
fourth
the
foul.
Fourth team. I mean, fourth individual. Sorry. 7th team, so yeah, Duke to the line.
Duke's 4 of 4 today. And misses. Ball tipped out of bounds, and they're giving it to Palm Beach Atlantic.
Again, in case you missed it earlier, we had the game as the Tampa women beat Palm Beach Atlantic 70-63. Meantime, Barry beat Florida Tech 72-70. So Barry and Tampa are tied for the SSC women's lead at 5-2. Florida Southern is 4-2 in a game that starts tonight. In just about 5 minutes, they're taking on Lynn. But also today, Eckerd losing falls to 5-3. Nova Southeastern lost as well.
Rebound to Robinson.
So Tampa tied with Barry for first.
If it stays that way, the last game of the regular season is Tampa at Barry.
Wow, that could be big.
Yeah.
Long way to go, but that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Not till the end of February, yeah.
We should start pitching right now to go down there and call it.
Yeah. Nice drive, laying it in. Warthen wanted a foul to go with it, just gets the basket. Moreno slaloms his way between a couple players. Robinson hands off to Bacon. Closing in on 4 minutes to go in the game. Still a 12-point Tampa lead. 10 on the shot clock. Bacon drives. Pumps off the glass, no good.
Well, two really good players have missed one-footers. One for each team.
And that time, Jackson drove. They said it went off him on the way down the lane.
David
He
Balza.
said somebody hit it off him or it was deflected off of someone else, but that will be a no-win argument.
David Balza not happy and is trying to plead his case, but they're not going to change the call, I don't think.
No, he even used props to show how it happened.
That's right. Visual aids. Very good. So we also want to mention a couple more of our sponsors. Sailport Waterfront Suites in Tampa. It's Tampa's only all-waterfront, all-suite resort, located on beautiful Rocky Point Island, just minutes from UT. The Outpost, located at the edge of campus on Kennedy. The Outpost offers an affordable classic menu. If you're a loyal Tampa Spartan fan, come post up at the Outpost. And Krispy Kreme. For generations, Krispy Kreme has been serving delicious donuts and coffee. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts now.
Tampa will be in action on Wednesday night as they will be at, where is it here? We're in January. Okay.
Yes, we
Rollins.
are. Yes, it's 2018. That would see. It would be
all right, got the right,
at Rollins.
Right year, right month. Now let me narrow it down to the right day.
We're
Wednesday.
professionals, folks, all of us. Both of us. We're really.
For some reason, I thought the away games were in red and nothing
on
was
the program.
matching.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't always go by that because sometimes you see information that isn't quite right. It's like on the internet. It's just sometimes everything's not true.
It's close. Well, it did start World War II. The internet did.
Yeah.
But I will stand by the fact that the Spartans are at Rollins on Wednesday.
Okay.
Men and women.
Oh,
Pass
nice.
into Shelton, and Riddle got in his way and gets called for the foul.
Boy, that was a terrific breaking of the full court press there.
Actually, that wasn't Riddle. It was Dakota Zinser. Shelton to the line. 8th team foul, so it's a one-on-one.
Yeah, Duke made his first 4, but did miss the front end of the one-on-one last time.
Back at it this time, hitting it. 23 points. Now the scoring leader in the game. Good shooting day between him and Gamble. They have 45 points, and they are 17 of 26 today.
Yeah. You know, the interesting thing I mentioned earlier that when they beat Rollins, the Sailfish did on Wednesday, 80-68, only one starter scored in double figures today.
Yeah.
Not one starter is in double figures
True.
at this point.
Riddle is 10, but he did not start.
That's
Johnson is 9. He did not start. And Zinser has 9. He did start. Jackson has 15, and he did not start.
Yeah. I think Johnson did start, but he has 9.
Johnson
did
with
start.
9.
But, yeah, you're right. I mean, again, they have 2 in double figures, and they're both off the bench. It's an interesting – you don't see that often.
No. Foul is on Anthony Gamble, and it will put Jasmine at the free throw line. And rolls it through.
So up 14 with 3:26 to play. You start to breathe a little easier, but not completely nervous-free.
Keep the breaths a little bit short.
Yeah, because we've seen the last time they played on this floor, they gave up a 9-point lead with 1 minute and 52 or so to play. Ended up losing in double overtime, but that was Barry, the best team in the conference.
I think they were 5th ranked in the country maybe at the time. Top 10 anyway.
Yeah. Looked like Tampa was going to have its biggest win of the year and maybe in several years, and just let it slip away.
Yep.
Credit, Barry made a lot of threes in the second half.
Nice drive. Pat Bacon said, not this time, though. Back to a 15-point lead, and Pat Bacon with 12. Warthen pestered by Biffle. Gets it out to Zinser. Look to drive the lane. A little body push by Gamble.
Yeah.
Will be his second foul.
Gamble ended up about a step behind there as the pass came out over his head, and he turned his head, didn't see it, and then he was about a half step behind his guy and ended up bumping him and fouling him. And he'll head to the bench now to get a breather.
Alberto Moreno replacing him.
But Gamble, what a game he's had. 22 points, made 6 threes.
Set the tone for the second half when he nailed a three just
to start the
immediately
second half.
To start the half, yeah.
And I got to think, we didn't talk about it, but I think that's a design play. They ended up with him just right to the right side. I forget if it was Pat Bacon had it at the top of the key, just gave it to him. He was all alone, just gave it to him and said, here. So if it was a design play, it was a beauty.
Perfect. Bacon fouled in the backcourt by Zinser.
I think if we ask Richard Schmidt or Justin Pekka, they would say, of course that was a design play.
Why wouldn't you?
Why? Yeah. Of course it was.
Unlike football, you don't script out your first 15 plays or anything like that.
But coming out of the halftime break, you can
script your first
you can
play.
Script the first one.
Basically, it's like calling an inbounds play. Kostick back in the lineup for Zinser. Actually, Kostick replaces Stones. Bacon at the line with 13. 4 of 4 from the free throw line, now has 14. Spartan lead 15 with 2:40 to go in the game. Jackson falling down and lays it in.
He's creative.
Yeah, he is. Seen a couple different ways to get the ball in. Bacon jostled as he crossed the half-court line. Jackson playing as tight a defense as you can get. You put Pat Bacon on the line, though, and you're not going to get a lot of reward from that. Moreno with a nice rebound. That's not what David Balsa wanted. 2:05 to go in the game now. Lead 13. Alberto Moreno content to just run a little offense, run the motion. Shelton, Biffle, 10 on the shot clock. He's going to pull for 3, missing it. And rebound to Jackson. Hustles his way to the other end of the court. Looks to drive the lane, kicks it back out. Zinser a long 3 and in. And a quick timeout, a 30 called by David Balsa, and it's now 82-72 with 1:42 to go. You're watching the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
The Doubletree by Hilton Tampa Airport West Shore. You can book a beautiful room or suite at the lovely renovated Tampa Doubletree Hotel on Cypress, just minutes from UT. And Buffalo Wild Wings says it's not whether you win or lose, it's where you celebrate the game. Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 1625 East 7th Avenue in Ybor City. Happy to welcome UT fans after the game. Well, with a 10-point lead and a minute 42 to play, hopefully we'll be celebrating a win later.
This is true.
If you're a Tampa fan.
True. Be a sweep for the Spartans if the men's team holds on here, as the women a 68-63 winner about 2 hours ago in a game that vaulted the Spartans into first place in the Sunshine State Conference.
You know, we've seen Tampa this season have some tough shooting nights, and in fact, most of the season they've been under the 50% mark. There were only a few games where, in fact, only 2 games actually, that they shot between 46 and 49%. But they're shooting very well today, 53% from the floor. They're coming off a game at Embry-Riddle where they shot 60% from the field, 50% the game before that, 47% against Western Washington in the loss, and 54% in that double OT loss to Barry. So we've now seen this will be 4 games out of the last 5 that they're over the 50% mark in field goal shooting, if it holds up to this point. But we're starting to see them maybe start to gel a little bit offensively.
And as you pointed out, when they didn't hit 50, they were awfully close.
Yeah.
Almost a steal, but Bacon gets it back, lofts it to Shelton, and that is a monster slam.
Woo! Sports Center highlight stuff right there.
Duke with a huge one, 26 points for Duke. Zinser spins in the lane, off the glass, no good. Shelton boards. 26 points, 16 rebounds for Duke.
Wow.
And to the free throw line goes Pat Bacon. Lead is 12. Our next game is going to be with I take that back, with Florida Southern coming to town on January 17th, a Wednesday game. Women's game 5:30, men's game 7:30. Pat Bacon missing a free throw. Some substitutions coming in for Palm Beach Atlantic. Riddle, Jackson, and Kostick, and also into the lineup for the first time, Carpinello. Casey Carpinello, a sophomore from Boca Raton. Bacon hits the free throw.
Keep an eye on Riddle. He's their three-point shooter.
Jackson looking for just baskets right now, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Palm Beach Atlantic's ball. Sailfish will inbound under their basket. Carpinello looking, lofts it up high. Foul, though, on Alberto Moreno. He didn't see the ball coming and bumped in. And Richard Schmidt pacing back and forth after that one.
Well, and again, what you don't want to do is let them go to the line with no time off the clock.
Yep.
And here it is. They're up 13, no time off the clock, and they can cut it to 11 with a couple of free throws and still 70 seconds left.
You don't call off the dogs, but you don't need to be quite so aggressive.
Right. But you have to know the situation. You don't need a steal there. All you got to do is play good defense.
Zinser hitting the first free throw. And now a substitution as Stones comes in for Kostick. Zinser knocks them both down. 85-74, 1:10 to go. Full court press. Biffle finds Robinson across the half court line. Bounce pass to Shelton. Fouled on the way in. Stones with the foul, and Duke Shelton will go to the line. Duke is 10 of 13 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Did miss a three-pointer, so 10 of 12 where he normally takes his shots.
Yeah. What a game he's had.
Richard Schmidt is unhappy about something going on here just before the free throw is shot.
Well, I think he said 1-on-1, and it's a 10th foul, so they're shooting
10th
two.
Foul. Okay.
I think that's what the issue was.
Now, did they wave off the first one, or did he shoot it? All right, so he missed the first one, makes the second one.
Okay.
One minute to go in the game. Jackson drives, looks, pumps, comes back out. Zinser nowhere to go. Gets Moreno to fall and hits the three.
55 seconds left. Still a three-possession game.
And Kostick fouls Shelton in the backcourt. That's more than 10 fouls, so it'll be two shots coming up for Duke Shelton.
And you're saying, why are you fouling a guy who's made 7 out of 8 today? But the bottom line is he's only a 64% shooter on the season.
Yeah, and you got to foul the guy with the ball for one thing.
Right. And, Pat Bacon's 83% on the year. Things like, like you say, you got to foul the guy with the ball. Here again, the Spartans needs to execute down the stretch. 53 and a half seconds left. You wouldn't think it's enough time, but right this second, it's only a three-possession game.
Yes.
3 threes ties it, and we saw Barry do that.
Yeah.
In this situation. Now,
it's a big
4-possession game,
yeah.
so that's a big one.
Yep. Well, but if you hit a three and get fouled 3 times.
Yeah, there's that.
He put one up. Shelton tips it to Robinson. Robinson should pull it out, but drives and scores anyway.
He says, why not? I think he was going to do that,
And
Jack,
then they backed off.
And they backed off.
Yeah.
He said, well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
At the time, it looked like, hey, don't challenge the guy, but the guy who is the challenger backed away. Shelton with a rebound, fouled, and he'll go to the other end. He may end up with a career high before it's over.
He's got 17 boards now, 2 away from his career high. So.
And what do you have, 33 points, did you say?
31.
31?
31 points against Alabama Huntsville, 19 rebounds at Nova Southeastern.
So very possibly, the way this is going, even though there's only 28 seconds, he could approach both of them.
He could get back on the line. He make a couple here. You never know.
Hits that one.
Well, this
90.
is good. This is good for the Spartans from a standpoint of trying to get some momentum. This is a good stretch right here where You know, even the 2 road games this week are against teams that are not at the top of the
Right.
standings. You can get these games if you play well.
Missed that one. You know, we were joking about they won't make 100, but they made 90.
Yeah. And that was a surprise based on where they were at that time.
David Balls is finally saying this. Let it run out now.
So, nice one. A good win for the Spartans then. I'll try to grab Duke Shelton for you.
Okay.
And again, Happy New Year to you, Jack,
You
and to
too.
all the fans. And I'll say goodbye until next time.
All right, there's the final. Tampa wins it. 90-77 is the final score. And for the Spartans, they now are 7-6 on the season and 3-4 in the Sunshine State Conference. Palm Beach Atlantic, the Sailfish, now 10-9, 4-4 in the Sunshine State Conference. Duke Shelton leading the way, 29 points, 17 rebounds. Marcel Robinson at 10 and 5. Anthony Gamble, 22 points and 1 rebound. Pat Bacon ended up with 15. At the other end, it was Zinzer with 19. He came on strong at the end. Jackson with 15. Riddle with 10 as 3 players made it into double digits for Palm Beach Atlantic. Next game for the Spartans will be Wednesday at Rollins, and then next Saturday on the road again at Florida Tech. Yes, at Florida Tech. Duke Shelton coming over to talk to us. As he had a really nice game. Put the headphones on, Duke. Congratulations on a great game.
Thank you.
You know, one of the things we always say is, do you know how great a game you had today?
I'm not sure. I'm just out here playing.
Okay. 29 points.
Okay.
17 rebounds.
Yes.
Close to your career highs in both categories.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Nice game. Nice game.
Thank you.
You guys got the lead early and just, you know, it was a 6-point halftime lead. You increased it after half. What'd you talk about at halftime? Because you guys have been known to kind of flirt with the teams in the second half.
Right. We just went in the locker room at halftime with the mindset of playing better defense. We know that's been a thing for us all year, so we just wanted to come out and focus on that end. We tried to do a little better, but offense was going for us tonight. So
sometimes they say a good defense creates a good offense, and you guys have been shooting, hovering at 50% or more for maybe the last half dozen games. What's different?
I mean, I feel like after the break, we've come back. We've playing a little bit more together, a lot more ball movement, so guys are finding the good shots.
By the way, I saw you doing the hula in Hawaii.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Did you have fun on that trip?
Oh, it was lovely.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But you eventually got there. I know you had some travel trouble getting
Yes, sir. A couple delayed flights, but it was worth it.
It was a good experience, not just for basketball?
Right. Personal, a lot of growth. You see a lot of new culture, so.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You went to Pearl Harbor.
Went to Pearl Harbor.
You rescued Coach Pecco when he was stuck on the zip line.
Yes, sir.
Did you do the zip line?
No, sir. I didn't.
No?
I was too afraid.
Really?
I'm afraid of heights.
That's a long way down there, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It is.
Yeah.
We got to go on the hike, though. We got to look at a beautiful view from the mountains.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir.
It's quite a spectacular place, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
All right, you guys have a couple of road games coming up, but you know, now that you're 3-4 in the conference, I mean, do you guys feel that you're ready to start moving up the standings?
Absolutely. We just keep playing together and playing like we've been doing. I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you went away for a couple games. You get one game at home. Now you got to go on the road. That's not really that fair, but it happens.
Hey, it's a part of the business. So.
Yeah. All right, Duke. Pleasure watching you today. Great game, and we don't come back on until the 17th when you're home again. But good luck on the road.
Okay, thank you. I miss you guys.
All right, Duke Shelton with a great game for the Spartans. 29 points, 17 boards. Gotta love it. Duke Shelton with the game for the Spartans as Tampa wins it 90-77. We'll be back on January 17th. The Spartan men are at Rollins this Wednesday. So thanks for joining us. You've been watching this game on the TampaSpartans.tv and the Sunshine State Digital Network.